you know what? We'll go ahead and move on. Jeff, thank you for choosing this game.
You're welcome. What do we have coming up next?
Well, as it turns out, we have one of our favorite GMs, dear old Tristan, showing up. Now, Tristan is not exactly choosing a new game. This is a game that we've seen before in Kusogr4nde, but I'm personally a big fan of this. Hello, Tristan.
Hello, Hello, Brasentia.
Oh no! Did you just call me Helsencha?
You know what? Let's go with it. Yes.
Oh my gosh, drama. Everybody, he's just here trying to cause drama. Before we reveal the game, though, I want to give a shout out to everybody who has followed, liked, subscribed, dropped bits. Thank you, Time Wanderer. I've got my eye on you. Fluffy Squirrel for resubscribing. Third Tail. I see Zivina Close. Seriously, thank you, everybody, as well as for the hosts that have come in. Tristan, let's go ahead and do the reveal then. What do we have coming up?
We have a game that I've done speedruns of.
Oh, really?
I actually got it back in... Yeah, I got it back in Kusogr4nde, and I liked it so much I did speedruns of it. So we're going to do Ghostbusters 2 for the NES.
That's
Oh,
right.
wow, you guys are in for a treat.
Oh.
I'm going to take off, but good luck.
All right, see you, Jeff. Bye. Oh my gosh, Ghostbusters 2 for the NES. Yeah, this is one that I actually played when I was a kid, I believe, and I couldn't really figure out how to do very well in it. I was a dumb kid, and I did terribly, let's just say. But
Well, I mean, I was possibly a dumb not a kid, and I didn't do so well when I had to play it blind. It's not a very good game.
no, it's not. I do like some things about it. The music in the game is sometimes pretty fun. There's some fun ideas, especially with the driving section. Well executed? That's another story, but you know what? I think that if there were a game on the NES that I had to play through, this would not be the worst choice by far.
No, it's definitely a bad game, but it's at least consistent and coherent most of the time. It's just really mean. It just does.
Oh, yeah.
It does everything backwards.
So you say that you speedrun this game. Why?
Well, I got it in Kusogr4nde in a 1v1 match, and I don't know, I think I revenge played it after the match and just kind of liked it. And I looked around, I saw that it had a 7-year-old world record, and I was just like, you know what, let me try to update this a little bit. And I actually managed to take the world record, and then like 2 weeks later, someone else thought it was so bad they went and bopped me.
I love it. That's brilliant. Yeah, what makes this somewhat redeemable for you?
I mean, it's just that it's pretty mean. It does everything backwards. It's not that good. But once you understand how it works, it kind of plays like an execution puzzle rather than any kind of like Twitch reaction platform or anything like that. And I found it was an interesting routing challenge more than anything.
An interesting routing challenge. I'm just trying to think. Most of it's just scrolling in one direction, but I know that the number of enemies that show up, I think that's the biggest problem in this game, especially with later stages.
Right, yeah. It is very linear, so the routing is more how to handle the obstacles thrown in front of you without slowing down. And when you execute well with it, it looks very fluid and looks a lot better than it actually is. So
True. I'm just waiting. There we go. I've got a screen that I can capture for Kaishura now. And that is going to work. Just so everybody knows, over on the YouTube channel, all of the music that you're hearing right now is in a Kuso playlist. If you are interested, you can go ahead and check it out. I'm continuously adding new music. We got some new Honey on the Run music in there as well. So feel free to go check that out. It's just one of the playlists that I have on YouTube.
I have questions about that game.
I love it so much. Tristan, I just need to beat it. And I also need to not be like reading Discord and Twitch at the same time, because otherwise there's no chance I'm gonna beat it.
Yeah, paying attention to the game you're trying to play is very conducive to beating it.
It's so hard. Tristan, it's so hard. I just can't. Well, everybody, now is the time. We have Ghostbusters 2. Okay, let me know, by the way, chat, if the music sounds adequate to you or if we need to make any adjustments. We do have these 4 players, Kaishura, Tails Firaga, Natara, and Mango Panda, aka Justin, playing today.
How did you get him into this?
How did I get him into this? Just... I don't know. It has sounds, music seems good. Okay.
So I had asked the players to hang out at the 1-player, 2-player select screen, which is the closest thing to a title screen this game has. Looks like Natara's not there yet, but that's okay.
I'm letting them know to go to the 1-player, 2-player screen. There we go. Okay. Justin is ready, or Mango is ready, Kaishura ready, Tails says good. Waiting for Natara. My dear Natara. So, what would be appropriate for people to spam? I know there are ghosts,
indeed. Any kind of slime, perhaps. There's a lot of slime in this game.
Okay, so ghosts, slimes, do ghosts show up for me? Yeah, okay. Everybody's getting all the spooky stuff. So I would suggest get anything slimy, get anything green, get ghosts. The spirits, go ahead and spam in chat because we are doing the countdown. Anything spooky. I like spooky things, Tristan. Oh boy, we've got those what faces. I like them.
It's a good choice. So the very first thing our racers are going to notice is that this is a right-to-left scrolling platform.
Oh yeah, and the little thing on the right that's chasing them will immediately kill you. So I think everybody just died.
Yep, the spider moves across the level as a form of timer. And when it hits you, you instantly die. You're supposed to run from it. A couple of our racers are trying to move to the right, which is not the correct decision. This game is backwards in every way imaginable. Not only do you move from right to left... Oh, and we have a game over already.
Nice. I'm not too surprised. This game is brutal.
This game is brutal. So not only do you move from... They don't know you go to the left. Not only do you move from right to left, but B and A are reversed. B jumps and A shoots.
No! Oh, why would you do that? I hate it.
Because everything about this game is backwards.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna see players take a little while to actually beat this first stage. If you can aim your gun in a specific direction and continuously fire, usually you can do okay.
Yeah, that's right. So in the speed run, what I did was there's a very specific angle you can aim your slime blaster in that will fire almost straight up, but not quite. And there's one angle where you'll fire at, I don't know, like a 10-degree off vertical angle. The shot will go up off the top of the screen and then come down. So every time you shoot, you completely cover the vertical height of the screen twice. And then you just spam the fire button and hope nothing gets past your wall of slime.
Yeah, that honestly is probably the best way to deal with this. Now, are there continues in this game?
Yes, you can continue twice, and then if you game over a third time, you get kicked back to the beginning of the game.
Ashura has gotten to the driving section here.
Yeah, not bad. So I gave them controls for how to do the side-scrolling walking section, which they can also utilize in a game mode later. This is a total surprise to them. They were not made aware there were even driving sections at all.
I
mean, they wouldn't be able to get here to control test it anyway, so I figured why bother telling them.
Oh, you're so nice. Yeah, the car absolutely got slimed there, but that's fine. It happens. Ooh, Mango taking a game over there. You're so nice.
Yeah, when I got this game for Tuso, I was given a manual, and it was very helpful, and I almost completed the game on my first attempt because I knew what was coming, so I decided not to give them the manual. In fact, I gave them the control section of the manual, I gave them a screenshot of it, and then redacted large parts of the story to make it look like it actually gave useful info, but only gave them, like, half sentences. You know, like an FBI redaction.
I was gonna say, I was looking at that, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you censored stuff that doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, that's just plot, and I left them to figure out what I had censored.
Tunnel of Slime, blank. The Ghostbusters have discovered the blank. It's a blank running through blank, an abandoned blank from the 1870s. Boldly, they lower themselves into blank and swap slime for slime with blank and other blank. Very nice.
I try to do something a little special for every match. I've done readmes that are formatted like where's info files. I've done haikus. This one I did an SCP document, yeah.
I love it. By the way, for the driving stage, one interesting thing to note is that crashing isn't really bad until you fall into a pit.
Yeah, that's right. So when you bump into an object, you just stop moving. You only take a death when the text at the bottom of the screen scrolls something like stunned or slimed or something.
Yeah, slimed is the death.
Natara missed the boost there, and as a result went straight into the hole. This is pretty mean. You have to hit the boost arrow and jump at just the right time, and you'll fly across that hole.
Mango at the bottom right is doing an interesting strat. I don't know if he knows he can go faster. He'll have to figure that out eventually, though. But
it's required, yes.
It still is a little bit helpful to just learn what the stage looks like, you know? Not the worst thing in the world here.
Absolutely. Now, another thing to point out is that in addition to the spider forming a per stage time limit, the clock in the bottom right of each racer's interface is a full game time limit. Now, you have to try pretty hard to expend that time limit. But if that clock strikes, I think 6, you just game over.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I honestly do not remember where exactly it has to strike. I want to say 6, but it has not come up for me in a speedrun, obviously, for quite some time.
Yeah, this is a magical game. By the way, I'm just watching this, and there are some of the sound effects that sound a lot like some of the Simpsons games on the NES. Is it Imagineering? Is this Imagineering?
Is this Imagineering? I don't think so.
Caro Z is saying yes. So is Joey Gatorman. I just love that you have to aim your stupid slime gun in the individual levels here. Ooh. By the way, I think you can get a shield in the driving section.
You can. So there's flying ghosts, and if you shoot the right kind of flying ghost down, it will drop a coin, which will either give you a 1-up, a gun boost, or a shield.
By the way, Mango made the first car jump. Second one fell in and died.
Oh, yeah, so Mango found the moving arrow, the one that looks like it's not gonna move until you're about to hit it, and then randomly teleports to another lane.
That's so mean.
Yeah, so that arrow is on a global cycle, which means that Mango will reach that again and probably go to the lane he thinks it's going to teleport to, and it won't teleport.
Oh, that's so good.
So the Kusogr4nde match for this, the one I was in 1v1, by some miracle, one of the racers got to the final level of the game in their first attempt and then spent the entire rest of the match trying to get past the halfway point again.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, Tails is on to the second shooting stage.
Right, so this is the courthouse from the movie.
And just died from a gavel to the face. Oh, those gavels.
Yeah, Tails got put in order real fast. I guess maybe if I had given them the instruction manuals, they'd be briefed on how, what exactly was coming in that level.
Well, it doesn't really help to know there's a gavel that's gonna fly at your face. Like, I'm sorry, but saying that and then seeing it, I'm still gonna freak out.
I can make a case for it.
Okay.
Not to, lawyer the point or anything.
That's fair enough. The music is surprisingly good in this. Like, the arrangements were done by Mark Van Heck, who also did the music for The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends for Super Nintendo and Genesis. Oh my gosh. Family Dog.
Not for NES.
Well, maybe he also did NES. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Barf vs. the World, Barf vs. the Space Mutants. Which, to be fair, the music could be more offensive. Barbie. Like, this guy did all of the classics. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. David Crane's Amazing Tennis. Thank you for doing the music for David Crane. I love it.
But so Kishura just had a good example of almost making it across a hole, but not quite. You will land with the undercarriage of your car and then roll backwards into the pit.
Oh, yeah. It's... like, sometimes you just do not get a good jump. Like, I don't know 100% the reason why. Is it just you're going a little bit too slow or you jump too early?
It can be either one.
Okay.
It seems to be that when you hit the arrow multiplies your current speed. So if you're not going max speed when you hit the arrow, you're not going to get the full boost out of it.
Gotcha. The music in the driving stage is just way too good, Tristan.
It really is. So on Nitara's screen, we see that they had chosen to fire straight up for a little bit of time. That's not the best plan because slime that hits the ground, whether it be yours or an enemy's, will kind of stick you in place until it disappears. And being stuck to the ground when something comes bouncing down the hallway is not the best thing.
Yeah, that would be a problem. I'm so glad
that
that
over for Kishura.
crashing while driving is like the least threatening thing in this game. It's so good. By the way, I know that you can get extra lives. How do you get extra lives in this game?
You pick up enough Ghostbusters emblems, or you can just get extra lives in a couple of places. I believe there is one extra life you can just pick up in the driving section from one of the floating bubbles, but most of them are going to come from the emblems.
There we go. Mango made it over pit number 1 again. I honestly think this slow driving section is possibly the best way to go about it for a while until you get to the stupid teleporting arrow.
You're gonna have to if you take that strategy of going slow, you have to memorize when the jumps are going to come, because you don't have time to accelerate when you see the jump coming. If you're not already at max speed, you're not going to be going fast enough when you reach it. But otherwise, yeah, it's a valid strategy.
Yeah, when playing this, I never went slow. It's just how I played. It's like pedal to the metal. But that's probably why I usually don't do great with racing games.
There is something to be said for knowing exactly where you sit with the timer, the race timer, and how fast you can safely go and still make progress and still get information about later stages of the game. Coming into this and just going flat out as fast as you can during the driving section is probably not the way to go. But you gotta have some sense of urgency.
A little bit. Oh no! Mango! Going straight into the pit.
God, I missed this game. I may have to dust it off and try to take the record back.
I love it. Oh. Kusogr4nde, always bringing back the memories here. Looks like Mango has taken the game over. I love that the villain just, like, becomes giant and stares over the city. It's like, hey, how you doing?
So
Is that what
Mango
happens in the movie?
I don't know. I don't think so. So Mango was out of continues there. You can tell because when you cut to the screen that says continue or end game, the only option is end game, clearly.
Yeah.
So Mango's going to be starting over.
Tails, unfortunately, was not able to make the second jump with the teleporting arrow. Always... Oh, what a good section.
I figured the teleporting arrow would be a barrier for people. It was for us when we raced it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Tails just got slimed. Unfortunately, slime is the big thing that you want to avoid in the driving section.
Yep, you can just drain your lives away incredibly quick if you get a lot of ghosts on screen at once, like you see on Kishira's screen. They just machine gun you, and as soon as your iframes wear off, you're done.
Yeah. And yeah, like Cadus is saying, we did use...
No!
No, Tails! No! Oh, sad day.
So Kishira saw the arrow teleport and tried to go back and get it. Unfortunately, you can't do that.
I love it! I love it so much. Yeah, Ghostbusters 2 on the NES, this is not a trivial game at all.
Yeah, this is a game I kept around in case I had a day where I didn't really have a whole lot vetted or picked out or had some vetoes or something, because even without having to like vet this game from scratch again, I know how it's gonna go. I played it so much. And it just so happens I had a couple of vetoes today, so here we are.
Oh yeah. Not as many vetoes as I had. Oh my gosh, Tristan.
I was there for that, so...
Ooh, Tails getting slimed from one of the sewer pop-ups. I'm not sure why it kills you, but it does. I'm glad that shooting the Ghostbuster emblems counts as collecting it.
it's a minor saving grace, yes. It would be pretty nightmarish if you had to wait for them to come down to you. You'd get spidered.
Oh yeah. But really, collecting as many of them as possible, especially in the first stage, is extremely helpful.
Yeah,
Not sure
the
what
way
the
that
coin does.
the way the racers are going to be able to move forward is to stock lives.
The driving section is so mean, though. By the way, all of these players, I believe it took, was it last in each of their first matches?
I believe that's what Cadus was saying. Yeah, this is a fourth place tier.
Yeah, so they're here. I think, honestly, it's just exciting to see how they've done so far, and we could still see huge amounts of progress for the players. Luckily, it doesn't seem like anyone's walled quite yet. Like, this driving section obviously is absolutely terrible, but I think we're gonna see everybody get through it at least once.
I believe so, and, you know, it's... This is mean, but for the last match I had, which was with the first place group, I gave them Gongcha Robocop, so, you know.
I mean, you didn't give them Conan, so there's that. Oh no, Natara! Unfortunately jumped a little bit too soon.
So close. I do like that the racers are getting the point and are not trusting the arrows, so they're rolling up to them kind of slow, and then when they're sure it's not going to move, gunning it, which is the right thing to do.
Hey, so it looks like Justin is asking if he can ask if the emblems do anything in Discord. It's your match. I'm gonna let you go ahead and decide if you want or how you want to answer.
I don't know if anyone is aware. I purposefully gave them pretty scant info. And if anyone has become aware of what they do naturally, I don't think it would be fair to reveal it now.
Okay. Is it fair to reveal that they do something?
Yeah, sure.
The icons do redacted. Oh, I like it.
I do like that.
Okay, they have been informed that the emblems do something.
If that had been asked before time started, I would have maybe considered revealing what, but once time starts, I feel like revealing further information, unless it's absolutely necessary, could disadvantage people who found out on their own, if that makes sense.
Agreed. I 100% agree with you. That is fine. I love the angry guy on Natara's screen there. He just wants to take over New York, you know?
I mean, you've seen Ghostbusters 2, right?
It's been a while, but yes, I have.
Actually, is it the original or Ghostbusters 2 that has Vigo? I don't even remember. It's been so long. I'm gonna assume 2 because the game is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 had Stay Puft.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's Vigo.
Yeah, and...
Oh no.
Justin! Ah! It looks like everybody is having fun with this game so far. Oh my gosh, a death that early for Justin. Yeah, I would just hurry and get a game over real quick.
Yeah, I get the feeling I'm going to hear about this later, but that's fine.
You know, the spider thing is the thing that tripped me up when I was a kid. Because I was like, how... I hated it. I hated that it would just slowly move towards you until you died. But, you know, technically it's not really that bad of a timer. Justin, did you just flip it upside down? Oh my gosh. Well...
I think he's done.
He's enjoying the game. Oh, this is for copyright protection reasons, you know, that way we can upload this safely to YouTube without getting any copyright strikes.
You know what? At least you're moving in the right direction now. You're moving from left to right.
Exactly, exactly. Well, honestly, I'm really not too surprised about how the players are doing. First driving section is the big wall. Once you figure out how to get through it, you can usually start making some solid progress through the courthouse. Courthouse isn't that bad. Tails is back there. Yeah.
So Cadus is saying that's actually causing them problems for scoring. So we may wanna put an end to that.
We'll bother him.
It's so good, though.
Oh, it's too good. Yeah. I sent a ping on Discord essentially just saying, when you can, please fix the screen.
So it looks like Tails did wash out in Stage 3 again. I do not know if they made additional progress.
That's not too surprising. Yeah, he did make a little progress.
There we go. Vigo is right side up again on
well,
the screen.
That's okay. He just turned Australian for a hot minute. He's back.
I mean, I love stuff like that. You know.
Oh yeah, so do I. And he didn't get back to where he had made it before, so luckily it's not going to be a huge deal. Okay, Natara is currently on stage 1. Everybody else just having fun driving through the tenements. What a wonderful city, you know? There's a lot of brickwork. I like bricks. Like, no, seriously, like, I'm not a huge fan of siding and stucco. Blah. Stucco's gross. But bricks, they're awesome.
Yeah, the last place I lived in just had straight up concrete walls, which was really good for noise insulation, but it was kind of weird. It was kind of prison-y. Well, I live in an odd place.
Okay, fair enough. Oh! Justin was going just a little bit too slow when hitting the arrow, and because of that did not get enough of a boost. You don't have to be going at full speed, but you do need to be going a little bit faster.
Yeah, you have to have some speed. If you're just going through at the minimum, you have problems.
Yep.
Now, it's not completely obvious, but the acceleration system in the driving stages is done in stages where you can just kind of bump your speed up or down, and you cruise control until you change your speed again.
Yep. Just like a real car.
Sure, we'll go. Well, yeah, that's pretty accurate. If you're using cruise control that has, like, individual speed up and speed down controls, it's just like that.
You know, I wish I did. Like, my car was made in 2008, but it still has hand crank windows, you know, no cruise control. It's not exactly the fanciest car in the world, but I like it. It's my car. It's been my car for, what, like 8 years. I love my car. And
Is this the one that you almost drove into a train and stopped at a stoplight with?
Okay, I did not almost drive into a train, okay? This is absolutely libel. Okay?
Well, I mean, I'm saying it, so it's slander, but...
Whatever. I'll just go ahead and sue you for both of them. Let the courts decide which kind of terribleness you are.
Well, good news, we're in the courthouse again.
Yay, courthouse!
If you can get past the angry briefcases and the gavels, you can get into the courtroom and make your case, but, we'll see if that happens.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if we get to actually sue Tristan in just a little bit. Natara has made it there, too. Very nice.
Yes, that's a ghostly pitcher of Kool-Aid.
Ooh. I don't like this suitcase, okay? It's way too happy to be in this courtroom. Oh, and there goes Natara.
So most of the enemies and projectiles in this game are just reskins of earlier ones with slight modifications to their speed. The briefcases in the courthouse appear in the first stage as something else and then revisit later as something else that moves even faster, but takes the same movement pattern. So, you know, we get a bouncing enemy like this that goes even faster later on if we get there.
Some of these... I don't particularly love all the enemy patterns in this game. They're kind of buds. Okay. By the way, I'm looking. Justin is at 12 Ghostbuster emblems. Mango Panda at the bottom right. I think it's 15 that will give you a 1-up.
I can't say I remember for sure, which is part of why I didn't want to reveal what they do, because I don't remember.
Oh, it's 20 for Joey Gatorman? Okay.
So I think Natara may have just slipped a little bit past where Tails had gotten.
Possibly by a little bit, yeah.
It's very close. I think they game overed in the same spot.
Because people in chat are asking, 2 players so far have made it to the courthouse. That's Tails, Firaga, and Natara. Mango Panda and Kaishira still have some work to do, but we've still got half an hour.
Yeah, so Natara made it to the big Slimer, but so did Tails. So I believe that at least the high watermarks they set are in the same screen.
I think so, yeah.
Who got there first and whatnot? We'll find.
I'm glad that the first stage in this game is actually pretty fast to get through.
Yeah. The entire game is pretty quick to get through once you have the hang of it, but it's rough. Yeah, so the trick with Slimer is the big Slimer appears when you're almost through the courthouse and you just got to ignore him and go for the end. Like, you can take him out if you want, but it's not worth it.
Yeah.
When the big Slimer appears, there's about a screen width and a half of level left, if I recall correctly.
I'm gonna look up something real quick. I'm interested in seeing what Game FAQs has to say about this game and the different items you can collect. Because they have the best information about video games. Okay.
They have the best information and some of the best reviews.
Oh yeah, I love both of those. Okay, so it looks like the Ghostbusters 2 logo, 20 will give you a 1-up. The green coin is a standard weapon upgrade. An orange coin is a bomb that destroys all foes on the screen. That is only on level 2 of the driving section, though. Green torch on level 6 and 7 gives standard weapon to... I don't know what that means. Allows standard weapon to aim.
Level 6 and level 7 are a completely different mode that we haven't seen yet.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll hopefully get there, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tails is getting the hang of this courthouse area. Now, if they just run for it past the Slimer, we may see some progress.
Oh, don't... Big Slimer is after you. Oh, he wants you. Watch out, Tails.
He's mad.
Oh, but Tails is through.
Nice. That is definitely significant progress.
Time
So
for
now
more
Tails
driving.
gets to take a drive through Central Park.
Yeah, you want to watch out. You don't want to go driving through Central Park. They need to do some road construction, you know?
Does Tails have a continue?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and when we had this in the Kusogr4nde Gauntlet, this is the section that the players had to do. They had to go through, drive through Central Park.
I feel like this is an easier driving section, but maybe that's just because by the time you get here, you've had some practice.
You're probably right, yeah. Okay,
Now
there's
that's
a
what I
web.
want to hear.
What do you want to hear? Oh no, Tails! No!
Oh no!
Oh, the double jump.
Justin is expressing his dislike for this game.
He said this is awful, and I'm like, not as bad as the movie.
What I was gonna give them initially was actually worse.
Actually,
We'll see that later on.
I liked the movie when I was a kid. I don't know, what do people in chat think? Was the movie good? Fluffy Squirrel is saying yes, it was good. Okay. Everybody is saying it wasn't bad.
Tails, how did you survive that? Holy heck.
Yeah, I like the movie. Honestly, like, it's not as good as the first, but it's not bad. Ah, Natara taking another game over here. Justin is just trying to clear out ghosts before speeding up.
It's a valid strategy.
He's definitely going to need to speed up in order to do the jump.
So, something that I had noticed when I was doing speedruns of this, and I could never fully pin it down, is that if you kill the ghosts in a certain time frame, a certain window, you manage their spawns and kill them a certain way, you can actually skip entire sections of the level, because it feels like this is not a contiguous stretch of road that you move through. It's more like an infinite road, and they drop obstacles from a list into it, and when the list is out, they end the stage. And you can actually skip entries in that list by very carefully managing spawns. Tails, by the way, is on the stage 5.
Wow, very nice, Tails. We might see stage 6, which if we do, I'm going to be excited to see what people think.
It's a complete change of the game, but this is the train station, which is pretty rude, as you can see.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of death. Or a lot of stunned. You don't die, you just get stunned.
Yeah, you just eventually get stunned so hard you fail. That is probably the end of Tails' attempt.
Yep.
Okay, Tails doesn't want to alarm anyone, but there's a non-zero chance this game might be pretty bad.
Everybody, alarms going off. But the music almost makes it enjoyable. So close. Like, if it could just be this music... I was gonna say with Ghostbusters 1, but no, that's even worse. Like, I've played probably a good half hour of Ghostbusters 1, and I still don't understand what's going on. On the NES, not the C64, yes, but I'm pretty sure they're both pretty close to the same. Oh my gosh. Justin, no! Right there! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna see it. Oh. This game is definitely rude.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of rage building. What have I done?
Yeah, you know, whenever people type in Discord in order to calm down from what's happening, you know that you've got a treat, and this game is a treat.
I will say that I am a little disappointed that the game has limited continues, or at least that the limit is so low. Because I feel like it would have been a much better 1 hour race game if it had like 10 continues instead of 3. But we got what we got.
I agree with Ghostbusters. I'm trying to say end game. It just wants the game to end. It's just trying.
So, yeah, Kashura has figured out traps. You can drop them on the ground. After a certain period of time, they'll open and pull down whatever's above them into the trap, and you can kick them by walking into them. The downside of them is once they activate, they will kill you if you step on them.
Well, that's dumb. Is there any purpose to kicking them?
Yeah, if you lay a trap and kick it, you can slide it under a vertically moving enemy, like one of these briefcases, and suck it into the trap. It's
Okay,
actually
but
a
I thought it
really valuable
closed.
strategy later on.
I thought it closed when you kicked it.
Well, it opens after a period of time, so you lay it down, you kick it, it slides to where you want it to go, and then it opens.
Okay. Okay, I guess I get it now. Watch out, Kaishura, the spider! It's gonna get you!
Yep, that spider chases you the entire level, and moves at a very static pace, and you cannot jump over.
Yep. Like, seriously, that's all I remember from the game in my childhood. Literally all I remember. It looks like Justin is possibly going to start back up someday.
I may owe him some apologies after this. I don't know.
Okay, I let them know we're gonna make you apologize.
Until next match.
Yeah. Okay, sure, gets a game over on level 1. If you get a full game over, you just want to reset.
Yeah, if you especially burn a continue on level 1, you just start over at the beginning of level 1, you may as well reset.
Yep,
for sure.
Now I want to watch the movie, Tristan. Crap, that's how advertising works. Ugh. That's what this game is. It's just an advertisement for people like me. They see this and they're like, we want to watch the movie. Then you watch the movie, you're like, I want to play the game again. It just goes back and forth, the endless cycle.
So Tails had a really lucky stint through the moving arrow. It actually moved straight into the lane they were already in.
Oh, good.
They didn't have to do anything special.
Too bad capitalism is capturing my heart with this video game. Okay.
I don't know. Your stream has made me want to watch Neil Breen movies.
Oh my gosh, we need to do more of that. Oh, Justin, the spider! It's gonna get you! Okay, good. No spider time.
Don't taunt the spider. It's actually a pretty dangerous obstacle starting at around level 6, 5, whatever the level is. The train station.
Isn't that the last level that has the spider, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So starting on the level that is its last level, it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
Is it actually a spider?
Yeah, it's a very angry spider.
Oh.
I don't know how that works into the movie lore, but that's what it is.
Okay.
I love how paranoid everyone is of the arrows now, and it's biting them because you gotta hit them going fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm pulling up the manual to see what it says. I need to verify that this is a spider.
Meanwhile, Kishira has reached the courthouse.
Nice. Yeah,
and Kishira got dunked by a briefcase.
You also need to keep ahead of the spider that's dogging your steps. Every time it munches down on your ankle, you've one less life to live. That's pretty terrifying, not gonna lie.
Now you see why I redacted chunks of the manual.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Didn't want to tell them that it was a spider. Spider just biting your ankle. Ah.
I'm just thinking of the racers. It could be a very traumatic experience to, you know, have to read about being gnawed by a spider and just like instantly made dead. It's
By the way, Justin
brutal.
is on to the courthouse for the first time.
Clearly all you need is a sufficient amount of rage to make progress.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's about accurate. He's just staying a little bit ahead of the spider, trying to get as many of these emblems as possible. The gavel, unfortunately, does not jump. Justice has a name, and it's a gavel to the face.
Justin was getting pressured by the spider a little bit, but it was ultimately the briefcase that ended his attempt.
That's okay. He's able to start back at the courthouse again.
It just goes to show you, if you're worried about the spider behind you, you won't see the gavel or the briefcase coming at you from the front.
It's true. It's true. It looks like Tails has gotten an extra life from 20 icons, so at the least he knows what it does, or at least should. Okay, seriously, Pelican Brief is not this deadly. John Grisham would be jealous of this stage. Oh, the gavel! Unfortunately, the briefcase kind of tricked Justin, and the gavel just came down and gave him a good whopping. You know, I think at this point, even if people get game over, they'll have one more good push. How long is the speed run, by the way?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 17 minutes.
Okay. So they
About
wouldn't be able to finish.
50% of that is stage 6.
Oh, hey, we've got Big Slimer. Justin caught Big Slimer in the trap.
Yep.
Turns out it doesn't matter.
No trap can stop the gavel of justice, unfortunately.
As it turns out, Justin has moved into second from fourth, which is pretty cool. You know, you never give up. You never know exactly how much progress you're going to make, and you also don't know how far the other players have made it. Kaishura and Natara both have a good amount of work to do. I don't know if anybody's going to beat Tails at this time, though. Tails is doing great.
Yeah, so something I think the racers have figured out by now is that the enemy spawns are absolutely static and are based on horizontal position of the screen. So as the left side of the screen moves left, you get the exact same spawns.
Yes.
So enemy packs that come close together because you're moving too fast.
Yes. Oh, the briefcase! Oh. Ooh, Natara getting a head-on collision with some road barriers, I guess.
Yeah, they're just some roadblocks. It's
why are there
in the
so
middle
many
of the street.
roadblocks?
Have you seen the state of New York City's infrastructure?
I haven't.
Neither have I. I have no idea why there's roadblocks in the middle of the street.
It's just practical. They were having a party downtown. Okay, they had to close the road for the party. Make sure nobody got run over. There we go. Both Natara and Kaishura are making it back to the courthouse. Did Justin officially quit? He may have.
Now, he's in second. If he quits now at the 49-minute mark, will that impact his placement?
Gosh. Oh no, Kaishura and Natara both got a game over. Everybody has to do one good final push. I think everybody, except for Tails, can make progress now, but nobody's gonna beat Tails. Tails is solidly in the lead. Justin just taking a bunch of deaths. Possibly on purpose.
Yeah, I wonder how much of the frustration is coming from the belief that Justin is very far behind, and if he was aware that he was in second, what that would change.
Oh yeah. Now if they ask, we do tell the places that people are in. but I don't think we need to worry about that unless they ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone's got... If they were to reset now, could probably make a run on progress. But we're getting pretty close to the point where that door is closed, and they're going to have to take what they get from their final attempts.
Yep.
So the speed run is about 17 minutes, and approximately 8 of it is one stage that we haven't seen yet. So you can get through this first half of the game in about 8 or so minutes.
Oh yeah.
Which is about how much time we have left.
This spider is so aggressive. I love him.
He's determined. He will walk left across the screen and nothing will stop him.
He just wants hugs. That's all he wants. A really solid hug. Okay, Natara and Kaishura are just both trying to get through the driving section. There's still enough time for them to move into second place. Tails is doing the driving section. He really has it down, though, at this point.
It does seem that way. Quite a bit of consistency on getting it through at least this driving section.
Now, because the players had taken 4th place before, honestly, what they need are 1st or 2nd in order to really stay in the tournament. Tails, again, it has the lock on 1st. Mango has 2nd, but Kaishura or Natara could take it away in just a little bit.
Do you know where Mango got in the courthouse? It was to Big Slimer and trapped Big Slimer and died on the briefcase immediately after, right?
I believe so. Just about that. Well, the gavel briefcase combo got him, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a Widowmaker. I know that particular section of that level pretty well. So we'll see if anyone can get past it in the remaining 6 minutes.
Oh yeah. Okay, Natara is onto the courthouse. This is Natara's chance. And Kaishura's. Oh my gosh. Natara getting a game over. Hopefully she still continues. Yep. Right back into this. Really, all you need is one good playthrough. That's all you need in order to make some progress.
Yep. Yeah, that's all it took in the Tuso match of this, was one really solid playthrough that was just a bit above the rest, and you know, that made the match. The rest of the match didn't really factor in versus that one good attempt. Okay, sure is game over.
Natara is starting to run out of lives. Still, there's Big Slimer. Unfortunately, the boot... Oh my gosh, I think Natara has passed Justin, finishing the stage. Natara moves from 3rd to 2nd.
Yeah, that's definitely a place change. She exited the level entirely, so no question about that one.
Now, Kaishura may be able to move into 3rd or possibly 2nd here. We'll have to see. We still have plenty of time for...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natara just Rambo'd the courthouse. That was the trick, and that was exactly the right thing to do, in my opinion.
There we go. Big Slimer for Kaishura. Kaishura just needs to get rid of this briefcase.
Now, the
That's
strategy
gonna do it.
here... Yeah, Kaishura needs to be careful. No one else is going to get here. Oof.
Kaishura moves into 3rd place at this point. Wow, lots of place changes right now. Let's see what Kaishura can do in the driving section. Not much right now.
Kaishura does not have to go far to take 2nd. Not far at all.
But unfortunately, that is a game over.
How unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just a couple of seconds behind you. I think that's going to set the places, but It's still maybe possible to see someone get back there if they run. I'm absolutely sure, though, that Kaishura did not pass Natara.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the placements right now are Tails jumped way out in front. Natara got about a screen and a half into Central Park. Kaishura got about a screen into Central Park. And Mango got to the end of the courthouse.
Now, Mango is in the courthouse. If anybody is going to change places, it would most likely be him. With that said, 0 lives going into this section of the courthouse is risky, and there's the game over. I'm wondering, does he have another continue? Yes! We've got 3 minutes. Honestly, first is set. Second, third, and fourth, though. Those are still up for grabs at this point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call Natara out. I think she could still possibly make progress if she Rambos the courthouse again. Justin can absolutely make progress.
Yes.
So we just gotta see.
The gavels are really absolutely destroying him, but we're almost on to Big Slimer here. And there we go. Big Slimer is captured. Justin just, like, all it takes is one last good push. You know that there's the gavel after this briefcase. Okay, death, that's fine. As long as you just run. Just run.
Yeah,
and...
just the iframe.
Oh my gosh. Justin may move into third or second here.
Yep, so, let's see. I'm gonna call that third, and that may be second.
Into the pit. Apparently second for Justin.
Yeah, so neither of the other racers got to the pit. They died on the barrier just before it.
That is nuts. Oh my gosh. This has been a race.
Yeah, and I believe that is going to set all 4 positions.
I think so. But let's go ahead and let time run out, just so we can see the last little bit of this fantastic game. Oh, Tristan, I did not expect things to be this close.
I did not either. That was... How many times did the lead change in the final 5 minutes? Like 4? Well, not the lead. Placements in general. I misspoke.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a bit. Now, we do have 35 seconds left. Kaishura could technically actually move into second if she rushed.
Yeah, it's going to take a Rambo situation.
That's not going to happen at this point, though. 0 lives left, and she's playing way too conservatively.
What a race.
10 seconds left.
So I think everyone did very, very well in this race. This is a bad and hard game.
I completely agree. This is not a good game. But you know what? That is time. And we are done with the game. This is... Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen leads or second, third, fourth change quite that much in the last little bit. So it was just riveting. Absolutely amazing to watch. But with that said, Tails takes the victory today. Mango Panda second. Kaishura and Natara were pretty close, but Natara made a little bit more progress. Natara should be taking third, and Kaishura taking fourth. Oh,
yeah,
Tristan.
that's it. That's correct. That was so close. The final 5 minutes just had so many placement changes.
Oh, yeah.
I was losing my mind a little bit.
Hey, it looks like we have Tails here. Congratulations on the victory.
Okay, I can't hear anything. Hang on.
Oh, okay, no worries. It's okay. We'll be here. We'll be here for Tails.
Discord, if you would like to work correctly for once, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Kaishura is saying this is the worst game they've played.
Justin is not a fan of this either. He came in and pretended to vomit just now.
Am I audible?
I can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay, cool. I can hear you guys.
Oh my gosh, congratulations on the victory here.
That was surprising.
Oh, what a game. Like, seriously, you were in the lead, but all of the other places kept changing between players. Like, nobody came close to you. And
Yeah, that's what I heard.
yeah, I think it was because you had that one good push, and you made it through the second driving section.
Yeah, oh man, I'm not a fan of any of that.
Not a fan of the game?
I'm a fan of the music. Music was good.
Yeah, the music was surprisingly good. Like, this is the same guy who did the music for Barbie NES, for the Simpsons games for NES, like, for Rocky and Bullwinkle Super Nintendo.
So don't reveal the first game I picked, because I want to use it later, but are you sorry that you vetoed it now?
A little bit. I mean, I guess having a crappy game is better than being disqualified for having played a game before, so...
Yeah, I think that's probably a good thing. Yeah. Still, was there anything redeemable about this game?
I mean, I like
Besides
the music, and I don't think the driving sections were, like, they didn't control badly. It's just that your weapon is so terrible in them.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. The weapon is not that great.
Oh, people are talking in the chat. Apparently, I could have used the traps to suck up certain obstacles and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not try that. I did not risk that at all.
Honestly, it's a little bit slow, but it's a little bit safer in some places. I know Kaishura had a lot of luck sucking up the briefcases in the courthouse with the traps. Unfortunately, the gavels pretty much got everybody. Stupid gavels.
Oh, those gavels were killers.
Yeah.
From what I saw in the obstacles for stage 5, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, stage 5, I think that's really the last side-scrolling section like that. So, obviously, it pulls out all of the stops and just tries to destroy you. After that, I don't know if I want to spoil what happens in the game, because the game becomes magical.
I'll take your word for that.
You can go, beat the game yourself. That way you can see the most awesome stages after that. Or don't. That's also an option.
I'm liking the don't option.
Oh, okay. So, anything you want to say before we kick you off, Tails?
Not much other than good luck to, is there another match after this?
There's not. But there
not.
are 2 tomorrow, and that's wrapping up round 2 of the group stage.
Good luck to the people for tomorrow, then.
Yeah! Go kick some booty. And Tristan, I want to thank you for choosing this game. I love this game, personally. It's something from my childhood that I hated.
Well, at least someone appreciates the game and the selection. I think I'm going to have to sleep with one eye open for a couple of nights, or someone's going to want my blood.
That's okay. There are hotels that you can always go to if needed.
Do the GMs get witness protection?
I don't have that kind of money.
Oh boy.
too bad, Tristan. Good luck. Well, all right, we are going to be leaving, and actually, it looks like there's going to be an announcement on the Big Bad Game-a-thon channel. They're currently streaming. We're going to go right over there. Yeah, I mean, I help with them a little bit, so let's go. Do we have any raid message at all? Chat? I can't remember if there was anything. Oh, Slimed was pretty good.
That's a good one.
Lord knows that
Slimed.
haven't enough.
Feel free to use a few exclamation points too. I'm gonna say that. Slimed! Go slime at Big Bad Game-a-thon, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you again, Tristan and Tails, and have a good time. Bye!
Bye.